Bulletproof Traders, ladies and gentlemen, we're back in action with our crypto market trade of the day. I want to talk about Stellar. I think this is probably my top favorite right now. Stellar is right at the top because it's, well, obviously I'm biased, but it's just, it's following my price prediction very, very well. I mean, it has that pace that I would like those assets that I have positions in to have, right? And I feel like, the technical situation had given me the green light to double up. So that's what I did. And this is the first asset that I'm ready to do that, right? So we only have, we only have 3 positions right now. So we're not fully committed because there's not 100% confidence here. Nevertheless, we're still bullish, right? So we're extending that bullishness according to the market. So if we're getting those green lights, we just follow through. Simple. So we have a bullish campaign on the chain link and on the Ripple. Next is Bitcoin potentially, Binance potentially, and Ethereum potentially. And there's more actually. There's even more than that. But yeah. So the Stellar seems to be hopefully leading the charge, right? And the rest will catch up, follow suit. That's my wishful thinking, obviously. But let's talk about the Stellar, right? Because what I wanted to see from the Stellar, aside from, we know there's a huge support key level, a certified CPM key level at 23.21. We've seen it in action before, right? We've seen it in action. The first time was back in March, and then we've seen it in action again in following April, and then again last month, June. So we know how powerful that level is, and we also can assume that's the bottom, right? That's the assumption. So from this point forward, it makes life a lot easier, but we still need a game plan for where the upside potential is. I mean, you can easily say, it's the all-time high. Sure, I agree, but the time frame is very important, right? We can't just sit here for a couple of years waiting for price to get to the all-time high, where in the middle of the way we're going to have massive technical corrections, right? So obviously that's not the game we play. But so that's why we're using that cross-price matrix setup to build up that game plan. So let's take a look at what's going on, because when you drill it down to the weekly, then a second system appears. That's the blue one. And that's more of a, short-term cycle type of setup. And that will highlight the very next big key level that we can start working with. All right? And that would be the 2839 level, which is a powerful mid-high key level, CPM key level. And it's a key level of the blue system. But check this out. It's a fantastic alignment with the mid-low key level of the black system. They just fall almost one on top of each other. Take a look at the daily chart. You can see it clearly. It's there's a very tiny gap between these two. So, double of the magnetic field that's emanating from that area. So for us, these two levels are legit targets, right? So we're already aiming at those, but we have more. So once the short-term cycle starts to develop into the medium-term cycle, there's more upside potential in the pipeline, and we've already mentioned the level of 34.72. I'm not sure we're going to be able to go all the way up there in a straight line. That would be great, obviously, right? But I cannot expect that to happen. So we might have to break down this move to 34.72 I'm talking about we might have to break it down to two phases, two stages, if you will, which the first one's going to be that 28.39 I talked about. And the second bullish campaign, after we get that clear, that green light, that clear to proceed, we're going to set up a separate campaign targeting 34.72 as a second stage of this potential upside move. All right, guys, so that's pretty much the game plan like I laid it out. I just laid it out, from A to Z. Now, as far as stop loss level goes, I haven't moved it yet. I haven't adjusted the stop loss level yet, so it's pretty far right now. It was tighter when we got in. Is it the right time to start trailing our stop loss level? I'm not so sure. I'm going to wait with that a little bit. Potentially another 24 hours to 48 hours. Let's see how the momentum is building up. Obviously, we're going to have to also analyze other fronts and other leading assets to make sure the correlation is tight and suggestive and predictive. All right, guys, that's about that for this one. I hope you enjoyed the rest of your day. We're going to be back in the next video. Take care.